Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sunkara. Interpretation of statutes. Friends, in this video, we are going to discuss golden rule of interpretation. Golden rule of interpretation. Interpretation means to explain. Whenever you get a doubt, it is the function of the court to clear the air. So that is the purpose of interpretation, because legal language is not easily digestible, is not easily understandable also. For this, if you apply the golden rule, you will get the clarity very well. Please remember, golden rule is nothing but the modification of the so-called literal or grammatical interpretation rule. So, if the words or when the ordinary meaning leads you to confusion or to repugnance or to inconvenience or to hardship, the court must modify the meaning to prevent such consequences. So please remember, modifying method of interpretation is called as golden rule. So if we know the case laws, it will be better for you to understand. The first case is very famous case, landmark judgment. State of Rajasthan versus KAISER BEGUM, 1963. So here the point is 6 months limitation period. So KAISER Begum's land was acquired by the state of Rajasthan for public purpose. D and DD has also been admitted ultimately. Only thing is she has to fight for the compensation. Okay. So she is not satisfied with the compensation declared by the collector, and she wants to go to the civil court. She wants to file a civil suit. In this connection, she has approached the civil suit, but the court rejected that it is beyond the period of limitation. Actually, she has to file the suit within 6 months, but after 2 or 3 years, she filed the petition. So, whether limitation can be acceptable in this particular case or not, because she pleaded that so under section 18 of the Land Acquisition Act 1894, so actually the period is only 6 months. She held that she came to know the compensation, other things after the death of husband. Actually, when the husband was alive, he was fighting with the court and he doesn't know. He did not inform the wife. She came to know about this after his death, and therefore the delay. But still, the High Court did not agree. Ultimately, the matter came to the Supreme Court. Here the important point is, within 6 months she has to file, whether the limitation can be condoned or not. So Supreme Court used the golden rule of interpretation, because a Muslim woman normally, she may not be able to know the consequences, she might be able to be told about the family, the land matters also. After the death, she has to fight. So she came to know about these developments only after the death of her husband, and after the death within 6 months she filed. So definitely it can be accepted. The limitation period can be condoned. So this is by modifying the 6 months rule, stating that from the date of which it came to her notice. So this is the golden rule, right? Thank you. Next, second case, Lee versus KNAPP, KNAPP, KNAPP 1967. So here the interpretation of the word stop has come into existence. Golden rule has to be interpreted, because section 77 of the Road Traffic Act 1960 says whenever any accident is caused, the driver causing the accident shall stop the vehicle within a reasonable time after the accident. So, for how much time he has to stop? There is no clear mention. Here, Mr. KNAPP, he has caused the accident and he stopped the vehicle and for a while and he went away. Then the police filed a case against him that he has not at all stopped the vehicle and other things. He said he has stopped the vehicle. Then for what time? How much time? This is confusion. So reasonable. What is reasonable time? 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 seconds. What is the time? So please remember, in this case, the driver stopped for a moment and went away. Golden rule. Please remember, you have to stop for the reasonable time. Reasonable time means till the arrival of the police or till you shift the injured person to the nearby hospital. So that is the golden rule of interpretation. Third case law I am going to discuss, important case law, civil case law. Karnail Singh versus Mohinder Kaur, 2003. This Karnail Singh's father, actually the deceased person, he wrote a will in favor of his 3 sons, but deliberately avoided his 3 daughters. Olden days, 2003, at the time even this lady, women's right in property did not come, whatever it is. See, we old people, we think that since we performed the marriages of all daughters, we need not give any property to them. That is the convention or orthodox method of thinking. So here, he has written a will in favor of his 3 sons. But by the time he was allowed, one of his sons died, leaving the widow and a son. But this man did not change his will. He did not write in favor of the so-called daughter-in-law. Ultimately, after 2 years, he died. Now, the 2 sons only claimed the property. Whether the property will be bequeathed with the wife of the 3rd son or not, this is the question. So, the case has come to the court and they argue that the old man, the testator of the will, he did not mention the name of the widow. Then how can she claim Mohinder Kaur? How can she claim a part of the property? But please remember, Punjab and Haryana High Court, they applied the golden rule and held that if the testator, if Karnail Singh's father had the intention of not giving the property to this widow, he should have written another will. So his intention is, okay, if not my son, let her enjoy the property. That's why he did not write the will. So this is the golden rule. So please read the case laws and enrich your legal knowledge. I know that interpretation statutes is a, in your view, it's a boring subject, it's a dry subject, but you have to write the exam. And if you know the interpretation, if you know KAISER Jahan Begum's case, you can tell anywhere it's a landmark judgment. So this is that's all regarding the golden rule of interpretation. With this, I am staying back. Thank you very much.